Hi friends, it's Auntie Cuckoo. Today I'm in IKEA, so you know what that means. Let's go shopping. So today we're walking around the showrooms. We're gonna look at all of the kitchens first. Let's jump right in. I'm trying to get a little inspiration for our new home, and there is a lot of white kitchens out there. They are on trend right now, and I'm noticing that they accent them with black and lots of warm wood tones. So this one, I'm really drawn to the hardware. I like that they did the butcher block on the center. I don't know about you, but I am a fan of when they mix and match countertops and cabinetry colors with the upper and lower cabinets. I'm trying to think of what I want to do in our new home to sort of add a bit of contrast and color to our cabinets because they're also white as our countertops are. Now, I'm definitely finding a lot of new modern cabinetry in IKEA. I do have friends that have recently installed brand new kitchen cabinets in their home from IKEA, and they are happy and pleased with them. But I am noticing that even in the modern kitchens, they are bringing in that warm wood tone. In this kitchen, which is mostly gray, they used the warm wood tone of the kitchen table, which is something I am in the market and looking for. Now, I do think this is a very clean looking kitchen. It's a little sterile for me, but I am seeing the shades of gray on the greener side. While this kitchen is very easy to clean and will look clean probably longer than mine, I like a more traditional kitchen, and I'm gonna try and intersperse the white kitchens so you don't just see one after another after another. In this kitchen, they did the stainless hood. They did a white backsplash, but I think that the addition of color in the countertops and the island gives it just enough contrast. They even did a media thing over here with some built-in cabinetry. And this is very similar to my kitchen with stainless appliances, white backsplash. They have a beautiful garden window or a faux garden window. They also did the white farmhouse style sink. They do have an entire section we're not going to see today full of sinks and different faucets and options for your kitchen. I love this next kitchen. It is by far my favorite. It has that pop of color and all the tile that I'm seeing trending in home decor. I love the use of the wood in the cabinetry. To me, this kitchen is a bit of Southwest with the tile and the colors. I'm loving that new trend in the boho look. And our next kitchen is definitely going to take us back to the 80s, a little bit Miami Vice, mixing that peach wall color with the black cabinets when the 80s went completely modern and everything was black. Although these are not a shiny lacquer, I do like the matte finish. And I love this built-in. I think you'd get a lot of use out of it, and it looks very clean. And speaking of clean lines, this is a really modern take on the white kitchen trend. What I do like about this kitchen is that they used color in their wall color. It is that sort of moody, dark turquoise. They did mix in the border of green, and I like that they used pops of wood tones in their shelving. They even have a blue Keurig in this kitchen. I think if you're going to go this modern in your decor and style, you definitely need those pops of color so your space doesn't end up feeling sterile and more like a medical office than your home. They also used color over here on their island for their drawers, and check this out, these drawers have lights in them. Something I did like the idea of is this cabinet where they mixed closed cabinetry with open or some decor space. Now on to the next kitchen. This one is a bit dark for my taste. It almost has that parquet floor look on the counters. They did do a gray backsplash with the black cabinets, which I just think makes it a little dark for me. But on to a small utility, maybe apartment style kitchen. Now I had a apartment with cabinets similar to this in a white melamine. They did dress these up and update them with these faux suede or leather pulls. And even in this tiny kitchen, they've got those magical light up drawers. On to something that I think is a little bit of blend of everything. Modern, it's got the wood tones, a splash of color in the backsplash. Again, we're seeing that green, and they mixed it with a white countertop. So I do like this. It reminds me a little bit of the Brady Bunch, but I think This one might be my favorite. It just feels more like home to me. I like the shaker style cabinets. I love that this is almost like a built-in hutch. They use this little section as their coffee bar. I think I might have to steal this idea. I really like the idea of this, and I think I have the perfect spot in our new kitchen. Now they do have tons of countertops and cabinetry to look at, and I did check online where they've got most of their finishes listed for you. They even sell appliances. I love seeing how they set these little rooms up, and back behind the kitchen they have the laundry room, something I wanted to peek at because we also have our laundry room behind our kitchen. I don't have a sink in it like this one, but I am looking for how they did their storage, and I might need to come back and visit their cabinetry section to see if I can do some built-ins around our washer and dryer. Now switching gears completely to the green kitchen. I saw this one the last time I was here, which was like 6 months ago, so I'm surprised it's still here. The thing that I like the most about this kitchen is definitely the white tile that they used on the backsplash. I also am a fan of using these little pulls or knobs along the top of the tile. It gives you a chance to use some decor and a place to hang things. Now, I did stop by to see their kitchen items, and they have a whole section of just fixtures, so you may want to check that out next time you're in. This next kitchen I'm showing you for the decor, they did a little setup of a tea party or a little birthday party, and I love that they did the little rag banner over the table. They have little teddy bears and all kinds of faux pastry, and yes, they glued this cake pedestal closed. Totally wanted to take a look at those and see where they got them. But it is another one of their white kitchens, stainless appliances, and black countertops. We are in the market for appliances, and I'm wondering if stainless will soon be out of style. Now we're going to switch gears and take a look at some more living spaces and some of their showroom rooms. They're mixing a lot of the living space with bedroom space, which doesn't surprise me. Moving from 1,000 square feet in California, we had to multitask and use every space to its fullest potential. One thing I noticed for sure is that most of their couches are some sort of fold out bed, which works even if you're having guests. And I'm going to eyeball every table we come across because I am looking for one for our new dining room, and I think I am wanting a rectangle. I like the warm wood tone in this, and they've used it in all kinds of different styled rooms. So it looks like it can go modern or more traditional. Now this is a fun space and something I envision in the future in our home. It is a craft or workspace, and what they did is they also turned it into a guest bedroom by adding a love seat that folds out into a full-size bed. I love that idea. We have already purchased a sleeper sofa for our home, knowing that it can serve double duty as a couch and sofa or for overnight guests. I also love all the built-in shelving in here. That is a dream come true for a crafter like me. Now this is more of a modern living space. It's definitely a living room or a media room. I do like the wall cabinetry that uses the space really well. And I'm going to show you guys my favorite bathroom I've ever seen in IKEA. I love the tile. I love the green. You can definitely see where my house is headed. Now let's move on to this. It is a larger style bedroom. I'm looking at the bed frame. I'm also in the market for a few of those. I like the use of the black metal. And something I did notice in their showrooms today is the lighting. Now, while it messes with my camera, it does make the space look larger, and that is something I'm going to think about going forward and decorating the rooms in our home. I'm also looking at furniture while I'm here today, looking at dressers, and I've got to show you guys this bathroom. I love the clawfoot tub, the old school tile, and I love this floor. Definitely on the vintage side of things. And this is sort of a small utility space. They've got the futon, they've got a little bathroom over here, and the kitchen is behind me, so a small apartment. In this small space, they also used a really fun flooring, which makes the space, I think, look just a little bit bigger. This is part of the same floor model, and what they did in this space to make it look larger was color blocking. So they did a lot of gray in their furniture, in their window treatments, and their wall color, and it just reads as larger, I think, when you do that. Now they also have a kitchen in this little area. It is to the right of where the sofa is. Now on to the next space, and it is full of color. They even did multicolors in here. I'm a fan of it. I really like the colors that they chose, and I like that they painted the doors. It sort of makes this wall appear one instead of being broken up by the door, and they use their color to, I think, divide the room. So it is a sleeper sofa. It's definitely playing double duty, but they used the color to break up the space. The next showroom is totally 70s, but it is showcasing another big trend, and that is this camel colored leather sofa. Seeing them in all kinds of spaces, from larger sectionals like that room to smaller rooms like this that they use it in just a sofa. It is something that has come back with a vengeance, and I think I might even purchase one for my home. Something else I am noticing a lot of is obviously wallpaper. I've seen that in the last few years, but even different kind of faux wall paneling and different ways to add interest to your wall. Never thought I'd see the day when wood paneling would be back in style, although it does have a modern twist. So this is a smaller apartment. Again, we're seeing the green that they used in the cabinetry. This is an interesting space because I feel like the bedroom and living space are not that large, but they do have this large, I don't know, hallway that they used for storage, and then they've got the bathroom back here with more green tile in it, and then it wraps around to the bedroom, where I'm seeing another one of the trends that I'm finding all over the place, which is round mirrors. So IKEA does have an affordable large round mirror if you're in the market for them. They are $50 if you can find them. My store was sold out. The next space, I believe, is a studio apartment. It has a couch in the middle of the room, and it does fold out into a bed. So I'm going to show you guys here. And it's in color, which is nice. It is in a nice blue. So that's the sofa. It does pull out to be a full-size bed. They've got a little desk work area and dresser to the right, and then your media to the left. This was just in the middle of the store, and I thought it was beautiful. It would be great in something like a dressing room, where you could sit back and think about what you're going to wear today. Who has the time for that? This next room is another bit of the 80s with a modern twist with the wall treatment and the color usage. This is the bedroom and desk area, and over behind me they do have a small living room space. I'm seeing green paired with a lot of the peach color, and that takes me right back to a few weddings I may have been in the 80s. This is another pull-out sofa, as you can see, with the cabinetry above. You have a really tiny space that could serve double duty for you and be another bed option. And then lots of wall cabinets tucked away snugly against the wall. This is what I'm envisioning as a workspace. It could be maybe an office building or a great space to get some inspiration for your home office and ideas for color usage. And this is another small, I think, apartment. So they crammed as much as they could in this room. I think it feels a little bit like a dorm, so I was in and out of there quickly. Here is a very masculine bedroom. This one was a larger space, and it had a loft feel because they have a temporary kitchen set up in the back corner. And what do I see here but another one of those camel color leather sofas. And back here in the closet, they used the space not only for clothes storage, but as a little office you saw on the left hand side, which may or may not be what I'm doing right now. The next showroom is what I picture as a city apartment. They don't have a whole lot of space, but they managed to get 2 bedrooms and a bath in this area. Absolutely colors returning from the 80s. Here's another example of mixing the peach with the green I don't know about you, but I'm not sure I love it together. I am a fan of the green, a beautiful bathroom. I love that tile. Back here, they did a faux window and a small twin or full-size bed with the pull-out storage underneath it. Love the usage of the curtains to frame the arched window. And over here, they have the larger master style bedroom, and they use the curtains around this bed to sort of block it off. Now into one of the darkest rooms that I have ever seen in IKEA. The walls are a navy, and then they do have the velvet green chairs, lots of dark cabinets back here in this walk-in closet, and a very masculine feel, also very formal. Something that I did notice is that when you use the darker wall color, your art and decor seems to really pop. And I'm not sure if this room was meant to be in the same apartment as the last one. The last one was a bedroom, and this is a living room. Again, they use the darker colors in their furniture as well as their sofa and their wall. It did just dawn on me that although it is not a lighter green, in this room we're still seeing the green in the darker velvet chair, and they paired it with a teal or turquoise sofa, something I wouldn't have done, but I think works well. So now let's move on from the adult showrooms to a few kids spaces. I wanted to show you guys a few fun bedrooms for the kids at IKEA, because I don't know about you, but in my kids' bedrooms, storage is so important, and they make it look so easy at IKEA. I think this is a great little bedroom and a great way to have maybe brother and sister, a boy and girl in the same room. Now this next room is girly, but with a modern twist. I like the wallpaper with the black and white. It could definitely go gender neutral if you needed to. They did use the wall space really well for book storage and some art. But this next room is all girl with the pink cabinets. They designated different little spaces. So over here they've got their play space with their kitchen and their costumes. And there are a couple of beds in here, and they used wallpaper to differentiate the different bed spaces. So I hope you guys got a little bit of inspiration and a calming trip to IKEA. Thank you for coming with me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you back very soon.